Hi everyone. So here we are on Tuesday night and it's blooming freezing. My feet are cold. I don't like my feet being cold, and the tips of my fingers are cold. So it's one of those. It's when you get into this stage in the year where you're in between. If you wear winter clothes, you're gonna get too warm, and yet if you don't wear layers and stuff, then you're gonna get a bit cold. The fire was on when I came out. David just put the fire on. I looked very longingly at it on my way out. So anyway, I'm here. It's very quiet in this house. So how are you all? I have to be honest, 7 o'clock's not my favourite, but I've missed you today. I thought it would be nice to speak to you because I've not spoken to you all day. So it's been very quiet, really. I've had customers in and out, but not having Sarah there, it does get very quiet. So I don't know whether you saw the picture. Sarah managed to get Jonah onto the ride, which is its Small Things, Small World, which she's been desperate for since the boy was born. So really cool that she managed to get him on, and the pictures are lush. Proper little moment. So hi, how is everybody? Wow, there's lots of you coming on. Right, today we are going to do a bedside caddy. Now I looked at a lot of different patterns for this, and then thought, yeah, we're going to make it up as we go along. So I've done some of it because the way you put it together is quite long, not long, boring, pretty much. You know how to sandwich something together and quilt it. So I've done the 2 pieces. The pockets, I've already quilted those, so we'll just quilt the last bit together. I'll talk you through it. Where are we? Here we go. So it's my little bundle. Now, hang on, I've got something caught under the wheels. There we go. Right, so this is not working. Okay, that camera is not working. I hate it when it doesn't work. I didn't think to check I checked it and it came on, but I don't know. It's not working. It's frozen, and I can never remember how to mess with it. I could if I go to there, I'm worried that I'll just lose you all. So we're just going to stick with this, okay? So I have already, let me undo this now. Hang on. I have already done front pocket, and I've started the second pocket, okay? So the second pocket and this pocket, they're going to sit on top of each other like that, okay, like that. And this always goes wrong, doesn't it, when I've got somebody there to so just having a look now to see, I'm checking the camera as we're going, that's why I'm looking. So we're going to place that there, okay? So I'm going to not do that because we need to put a binding on, okay? So I've trimmed the top straight. Yeah, I think that's the top straight. I've just backed it with calico because I have loads of calico of different types and different lengths in my stash. So I tend to back anything that you're not going to see like the inside of pockets and things, I just tend to back with that. So we're going to put our binding on. Now, if I go over to here, go into 3, press deactivate and then reactivate into 3. Okay, right, if I disappear, then you're going to know. Overhead, go into there. There isn't a 3. There's a mic 1 and cam 1. You've got front facing camera, overhead, which is cam 1, overhead. So if I get rid of that one, what do? I don't know where to go. I don't know how to do it. If I press that there, are you sure you wish to remove cam 1? No, I'm not. Sarah, I'm not doing it. I just don't know whether it's all going to disappear. Sorry. Right, okay. So, we're looking for the straight edge. So we go over here. You can see we're going to put, I've done a binding, okay? It's just a single fold binding. I'm going to put it onto the back of my piece, okay? Just 1/4 of an inch onto the back of my piece, okay? Now we can do bias, but I find it's just as easy to do it like this. So we're going in here like this. Okay, so, oh, hang on. So just putting on the binding. It's going to go by the side of the bed. So I'm just going to, hang on, let's just put this on. Okay, so where am I? 2. Right, so I've put the binding on. I think it's bigger than 1/4 of an inch, but it's fine. I've got loads of binding, okay? And we're just going to flip it over. We're going to iron that. I like that. Okay, and go along here. And we're just going to fold it over the front like that, okay? And I'm just going to sew it down. Now this bedside organizer is the one that you can have a bit that tucks under your mattress for it to hang down, okay? So we're going on. Oh, I'm not sure if we've got this fabric still in the shop. You need to check the thing. It's a batik. It's what I have. We've got loads of batik in my house, so I just go with that. So it's pretty cool. I love the batiks. I've been using the new Fire batik ready for Thursday. The bonfire batiks that came in. I think did Sarah show them to you? So I've been using that one on really? Okay, hang on. Come on. Okay. And I know it's got a automatic threader, but it's not one like mine. So I don't know how to use it. So we're going to thread it by hand. So So Sarah's in Paris. I've been in the shop. So I had a week off, well, almost a week off last week. And I have to be honest, I was extremely lazy and did nothing, really. Nothing at all. In fact, I wasted my time off, I would say. So I suppose it's good to come back to work to get some normalcy back into my life. I'm not very good without a plan, I have to be honest. I do better with a plan, and I didn't have a plan. We weren't off together. I mean, we did have some nice walks on the beach, which I have to admit, when he suggested that we go to Port Call, I did think, oh, why am I going? But it was a beautiful day. It was nice and warm. In fact, I got so warm. Dogs loved it. Tide was on the turn, so it was out enough to walk. It was beautiful. And it was full of surfers and bodyboarders and stuff. But I didn't go in the water. I couldn't be bothered to get undressed. I mean, they were all going in wetsuits, I have to admit. So it obviously was fairly cold, but it was lovely. I've never seen that many surfers down there before. So I would imagine that they try and avoid it when they are during the summer, because I mean, it's full of, it's my favourite beach. I just love it. But it was a nice day, and we did Barry Island the one day, which was quite nice. Right, so we've got a binding on both of the pockets, and I've pinned them together. I've so we leveled them up at the bottom. Okay, so we're now going to, I've marked here and here. Okay, I've marked them so that we can I'm going to sew them down now before we attach it to the front, so that I end up with 3 pockets here, and then it's going to be a big pocket. Or do I just do the one pocket? If I just do the one pocket, and then I can sew it right up the middle then, can't I? Which would then give me 2 pockets. So I would get, do I want to do that? Yes, I think I do. I'm just going to sew, I'm going to ignore the lines that I've put on there, because I'm just thinking now, welcome to Sarah's head. So I'm going to sew up one of the lines that I've sewn here. I've done it, I don't know whether you can see, my quilting is done in lines. I just wanted it a simple quilting, so I've just done a couple of lines. So I'm going to follow one of the lines that I've sewn here. Stupidly, I did 5 lines on the back pocket and only 3 on the front, so nothing lines up. Okay, who's going to see it? It's my bed. So we're going to put a line in here. So I'm going to follow. I've got a line I've already done there. So we're going to put this down, and we're going to just take it up on that line. So I end up with a little pocket. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to cut that there. Like that. So now I have 1 pocket, so I'm going to have this pocket here, okay, that pocket there, and then I'll sew up the middle here, right up which will give me 3 pockets in the front for small things, and then two pockets at the back for when I want to put books or anything in there. I probably won't. The side of the bed that I'm going to put it on is the spare bed, which is where I end up when Dave's snoring. So, right. Now the back, I came up with all sorts of things in my head about what we were going to do, and never really settled on anything. So we're doing this together. Okay, so I have got a large piece of calico. All right. So this would be probably, if you were going to do it all in one piece, it would be a 1/2 metre. Okay. Now, I've got a fat quarter here, which doesn't quite reach here. All right. So when I put this on here like that, you can see I end up with quite a bit hanging down. That's the bit that's going to go under the bed. All right, so we're going to quilt it. So we need to spray it, which I can't show you. What I will do is, when I finish this, I will have a go at turning it off. Okay, let's see if I can move this. Look at this. You might be able to do this. Can you see there? You can sort of see what I'm going to do. So we're going to spray this down. Now I've folded the end and I've folded it under, because I'm just going to sew it. If we put it there like that, I was going to sew it along there. Now you could put a what's it called, when you bind it, you could go along there and bind it. Just wondering whether I should put a hem on the calico. See, at home you end up moving things and everything. Yeah, we're going to put I'm going to put a hem just to turn it over, and put a hem going all the way round. It's a good job we got a long one, isn't it? So we're going to put this on here like this. Which way am I doing it? That way. We're going to put a hem on like this, and we're just going to turn it over. Okay. What we will do is we will bind most of this anyway. Okay. So we're going to put this on here. So what else did I do over the thing? I've been having my reflexology. Lady came into the shop and she was talking about, she was making stuff to do reflexology, and I said, oh, if you want some feet you can have mine. So I've been going while she's training for her to do my feet, and it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So I did do that over the thing. What else have we been doing? So at the moment we're prepping for Sarah is going on the telly on Sunday. Not sure what time, but she'll be doing some demonstrations and things. So we've got some fat quarter bundles going on. It's quite cool. actually. So you can see I'm just turning it over. I'm doing it roughly. You're not going to see it, and it's going to end up under my mattress. And I haven't prepped it, so we're winging this bit. Okay. Okay. So that's gone there. I did fold this down before. So you want to go that way, going down and under. Like that. And we're just turning it over. Now, on one of the tutorials I watched, they did it by putting a bit of blanket, which if you used pinking shears you wouldn't need to hem. Most blankets are not going to, and I'm not talking about a crocheted blanket, I mean like a woven blanket, because it gave more, I think gave more traction. So we're just going to whip round this now and put a hem on it. Okay. So it's just a edge of foot, pretty much, and going round. Now I can feel under, I should have done it the other way around really so I could see it, but I can feel that it's still folded underneath. I'll do this and then I'll have a look at some of your comments and see whether I'm missing anything. So going along here. Now this, there are so many other ways that you could do this. I got to the stage where I had overthought it. Okay. You know how I start a project and then end up thinking about 5 different projects. So just going along here and making sure that it's not going to fray on me. So starting this Friday, we're starting our advent calendar. So I suppose we better go through and find some stuff that you're going to want to be aiming for. You can buy as many tickets as you like. You can do it in the shop and online this time. Right at the end. Okay, so we now have it lined, edged. Okay, might end up losing some of that edge anyway. So we're going to put this piece on here. Oh, camera. Are you there? Right, so I'm just going to place this piece on here. So we're going to, it's a bit big now, but that's okay. I can work with that. We're just going to put it so that it's flat on here. Okay. Like that, and we're just going to put a few lines down the middle just to hold it in place. So let's just go put a little bit of spray, hold it down. Now I have to decide, am I going to do it downwards like that? There we go. So that's on there like that. I have a fold at the top, which I'm just going to put a stitch I'm going to stitch along there just to hold it down and hope that it's straight. Some of this will end up, some of this bit will end up under my bed. So under the mattress, so it won't be seen. I know that's the arse way around doing it, but there you go. So there we go. So I'm going to put a seam along the top, and I think what I'll do then, that pocket is going to sit there. I'm going to put a seam. Let's put the pin in. If I put another one horizontally there and one at the bottom, that should hold it all together. It's not like it's going to be going anywhere, so we're going to do that. So let's go back to 4. So I'm going to put a thing in there. 7 AM and 12. Create and Craft Sunday. Yes. You want to make something like this? Well, you probably the finished product, Helen, will be exactly what you need. Your method might be different to mine. So I'm just putting in, just to hold this in place here. I'm going to go home and put it under the mattress tonight. There, and we were going to put another one in there, weren't we? Let's turn this round, and we're going to put another one in there. So really all you're doing is you build your pockets. I mean, I've made so many things the same as this, you know, using this method, that sometimes you just need the idea and then go for it. So, and one last one on the bottom there. Okay. Come up a bit further, Sarah, otherwise you're just going to be cutting it off and it would be a waste of time. Go. So we now have this. Okay, doesn't look much, but this bit here is going to go under your mattress like that. Okay, so all you really need is the bit that's going to have your pockets on it. Okay, so let's go back to the pockets. I'll go back to this here. See what that's Perfect. Okay, so they're not very straight, but you can't see them anymore. So we're going to put this on here. I'm going to run along the side of where my selvage is. Just going to line it up along the selvage like that. Now, if you're making these to sell them or making these to give them, do some measurements and measure that your distance is and it's even and it's straight and everything. But I'm showing you an idea rather than a finished item, really. So we're going to put a pin in there. Don't need that one there. And we're going to put a pin in here so that it's all pinned together, okay, like that. And I'm going to put my line coming up here in the middle. I've got one line here that actually does all meet up, which is quite cool really, when it was not meant to. These three lines here match up with the middle three lines in this one here, which is quite cool. So I'm going to go up the middle line, okay, which gives me then two medium pockets here. There's going to be a larger pocket behind. Oh, no, yeah, no, two pockets here, and it will give me 3 pockets, okay, along that one. That always confuses me. So going down this line, okay, now we've got a lot of bulk now, so let's have a look and see how Sarah's thing is going to take it. So we were going down that one there, weren't we? Okay, so okay. Oh, how cool is this? Isn't it clever? Look at it. So going up here, and I'm going to carry on up to there. I'm going to go backwards and cut off there. There we go. So we now have that done. So I now have 2 pockets in the back, and I have 3 pockets. Now hopefully that one is going to be big enough for me to put a drink bottle in, because that's what I miss. Right, I'm now going to trim it. So keep your fingers crossed now. We're going to come along here. I'm just going to trim that off at the bottom. Like that. And because I've put a hem on the back, I'm just going to turn it over. Okay. I'm going to turn it over, and we're going to do the trimming in line with my hem, because I don't want to lose my hem. So we're just going to line it up with that and hope that we don't hit any pins. Okay, I'm going to turn that round like that. And we're going to line that up there, like that. Ta-da! It's not bad. That works. Now your final bit is going to be putting a binding on. And I have one I made earlier. It's a 2.5 inch. Okay, it's 2.5 inch, and it's single fold. or is it double fold? I can never remember. It's not done like bias, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it on the front. No, I'm not. I'm going to sew it on the back so that it matches everything else, I think. Yeah, sew it on the back. Now, I've just turned the end down, and I'm going to, I have to start on this side, don't I? I'm just going to put it against, and I'm going to miter the corners just like I would with a quilt. So I've left it all straight, okay? So we're going to take it back over. I'm not going to leave a tail because it's not going anywhere. This is where it's going to end, because you're not going to see most of this, because it's going to be tidy, but it's going to be sticking out. It's going to be hidden under my bed. Okay, so I'm going to take this over here, and we're going to do this. Okay. Right, so I've got this. I know that it's not quite 1/4 of an inch. But it was perfect before. So we're just going to go for it. Okay. So you have to remember that you're going through quite a lot here, and make sure that you're, because we're working from the back, you can't see where your pockets are, so you need to be aware of them. So just okay. So what else have we got planned? Oh, we've got an open evening. Did you read that in the newsletter that Sean sent out? Got an open evening on the 20th of December. So you'll be able to come. If you've always wanted to try Daphne, you can come and have a go at her. We'll put a quilt on, and you can all come and write your names on it. So it'll just be a little open evening for you to come, have a look at the shop. You can shop late, because I'm not going to give up. Oh, I've got pockets stuck, hang on. I'm not going to give up an opportunity to be able to sell you stuff, am I? We'll get you to have a go at Daphne. Have a look at all the new fabrics that are in. A lot of you still order online rather than coming in and having a look. So Sarah's got, she's got a circular Bargello class on this weekend, which will be interesting. So did you see I took it off the corner there? So you can see here I took it off the corner, supposedly at a 45-degree angle, but I think that I beg to differ there. So that when you get to your mitre, you can take your binding, you're going to push it so that it runs in line with the edge that you're going to go down next, and then you bring it over with it folded at the corner like that. Now that helps with being able to have something to lean your fold against. If that makes sense. So I'm just making sure everything's tidy as I go. One of the reasons why we don't pin or clip our binding into place is because the machine itself will push it out of the way. So you end up with it all bunched in the corner, and you'll have to unpin as you go. So yeah, I've been using these new bonfire batiks, using a charm pack. I've got a feeling that I've been using it to do a demonstration for Thursday. Any excuse to get my hands on one. But I have to admit, I think it's more of a layer cake pattern. I mean, it's working, but it makes it quite small. So, what am I doing? So, one more row and then one more line. So, I've come off at an angle. I'm not going to call it a 45-degree angle. It's probably more like 55. You go off so that it runs in a straight line for the edge that you're going down, and then you bring it and put it into the corner. Nice and neat, like. Oh, that's no good. I've lost it again. I don't think it likes this thickness. Can't say I blame it. Just threading the needle again. But, okay. Does that one go behind that one? There we go. At least I noticed. How many times do you end up keep on sewing because you haven't noticed? So we're going to make sure that we don't go too far. So as we come to the end, we'll cut it. Put that pin out there. What do you do with the binding that you have left over? Do you do it like me? I keep them. You know, I now have a perfect jelly roll strip already cut, ready for my the next jelly roll quilt. You know, my scrappy jelly roll quilts, and I put them on settees when the dogs are wet and stuff, so that it's supposed to protect my settee. Not that it does. Okay, so we're going along here. I've just trimmed it and folded it on the end. Sort of folded it. There we go. Okay. Where are you? So we're what you at there? Bit late. Oh yeah, I mean, I know that you lot are hard to sell to. As if. Yeah, well, this is it. At least I can thread these needles, whereas quite often I can't. Right, so with this now, we're just going to fold this over. Now, I have done far too big a seam allowance to get that over. Look at that. That's not going to go over. So what I would do is I'll probably trim that back a bit. wonder if I can trim that back, which is like normal for me. If I take some of this bulk out, she says, I don't want to cut that, I just want to cut that. You can see it all going wrong now, can't you? That's not going to happen. So there's an awful lot of bulk with my pockets. If you think about it, each pocket has got 3 layers. It's got a layer of fabric, a layer of wadding, and then a layer of fabric. And at this point here, I have two pockets, so you end up with 6 layers. So I'm cutting off quite a bit anyway, so just make sure that we don't cut off the bit that we don't want to cut off. So if I chamfer it in there, go along, there we go. Let's see whether that will work. There we go. I'll be able to pull that over. So I'm going to need to trim it off all the way round, I think. I've got a dual feed foot at home, and I bought the extra bits to go on it, but I think I've got the wrong dual feed foot for the extra bits that I've bought, so they won't sit on it, which is a bit of a shame, because this would have been perfect using the dual feed 1/4 inch. You're not squeamish, are you, anybody? I'm going to chop my fingers off online. There we go. That's that end. Done that one. Let's go around here. So I watched the first 3 episodes of Friends the other day. I didn't remember it. I must have seen it. I mean, quite often I'll turn the telly on, and there'll be you know, when we only had like 4 channels, I would turn it on and Friends would be on there, but I've never really watched them consistently. Right, okay. So we're now just going to go along and tack it down. Ugh, should hear the rain out there. It's tamping it down. Right, let's have a look. So, right, okay. Yeah, there must be an automatic threader on here, but I think it's the same as my first brother, which I found I could never use. I always had to thread it by eye. Okay, let's see if this will work. Well, we still have a thread, so just, oh yeah, I am on the right camera. Now I've got 3 different boutiques going on here. I have so many at home that finding any of them becomes a chore. So I've just grabbed 4 blues that sort of went together. But isn't that the joy of batiks? Now, the joy of making something like this is you could make it from the same stuff that your, any of the decor in your bedroom is made from. No, don't go like that. Go, one more. That's it. One more. So we're just coming along here, and then we're done, really. So yeah, so I've got 2 layers of fabric here. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 8 layers of fabric and 3 layers of wadding, and this machine is sewing like a dream. I do see the joy in this machine. It is beautiful. She is right. Sarah's right. It does stitch beautifully. And if I had the money, then I would definitely consider it. But I do love my brother. I have to be honest. And I've got the MVQ2 now. And that also has managed everything I've thrown at it. Not that I've asked it to do 3 layers of wadding and 8 layers of fabric, I have to admit. But you could have sewn this on the front and then hand stitched on the back. But I actually wanted to finish a project with you guys instead of only halfway through. So we're just going down here, and look, we haven't got far to go now. Go. And there we are. It's finished. Right, let me just put you round here without making you too seasick. Okay, so this now is our bed tidy. Okay. So this bit here will go under your mattress like that, okay, and then this will hang down by the side of your bed, okay. So just trying to see whether you're in my range. It doesn't seem to work like that. So you've got your pockets here now like that. You should be able to get a bottle in one of these. And my glasses will go in this little one, my phone in that one, tissues. How cool is that? I do like a practical thing. It's all very well having all these quilts, but what do you do with your quilts? Do you fold them up and put them away? Do you gift them? I have a habit of gifting mine, and then Sarah says, we're going to do this pattern, and I go, I haven't got that one anymore, so you've got to make another one then. So it's knowing which ones that we're going to redo. So there you go, and we finished it. Water bottle. What bottle are you taking to bed? Oh, wouldn't it be nice? I could have a rum and coke all made up and ready to go in the bed. No, it'd just be water. In the night, Shan, water. Don't drink as much as we talk about, which is just terrible. I need to remedy that fact. I don't remember the last time I was drunk. I just don't like a hangover. I do enjoy a drink, but my mouth goes running away with me when I'm drunk, so I don't tend to do it very often. Okay, that's it. I'm not here tomorrow. There might be new stuff in the shop and I can show you. I don't know whether there's anything that Sarah didn't show you. When I caught her video the other day, I'm not sure she showed you the bonfire batiks. Have you seen that one? I need earrings. But I'm sure there'll be something in. So if something does come in, I'll do a live tomorrow from the shop. If not, I'm back at 1 o'clock lunchtime to show you a little block I found on the internet, which I found quite cute. It's actually gets quite small, so maybe I should try it with a bigger piece of fabric as well and show you. So there you go. Keep everything by the side of your bed, especially it's mainly for my spare bed because I don't have a bed settee, a bedside table, because it's a day bed and you end up pulling it out, so you don't want to have to keep moving bits. So it's going to work really well. So what was it Dave wanted the other day? Oh, I can't remember. Dave wanted something. I said, I'll do a 1 o'clock on it. So whatever it is he wanted, I'll be doing a 1 o'clock on because it's the only time I ever make anything. Right. See you in 2 days. Bye. Sleep well. I'll put it ready for you, Ali.